Just been chilling. Take a little hiatus. Give everybody a chance to process information and do your thing. Maybe get away from YouTube for a minute. Whatever you doing, whatever you was doing while I was chilling. I hope you learned something and gained something. But today we're gonna get back on these issues. Just a few issues that I want to talk to that might not seem like health hop issues per se, but believe me, they are. Because like I said, if we're gonna be holistic, we got to deal with our mental, physical, spiritual, all aspects of our health. Okay? So I want to get back to our women and what we call them beauty, and no more ranting and raving. I already got all that off my chest. Now we're gonna deal strictly with the science, strictly with the facts, and strictly with nature. This is where a lot of people have a problem with me, man. I'm crazy. I got this real weird thing about me where I just deal strictly with nature. Like, if that shit don't correspond to what's going on with nature, if you ain't in tune with nature, then you out of tune. I don't like to use the word right and wrong because I don't get into that, or good and bad. Either it's natural or it's unnatural. Either it's healthy or it's unhealthy. Period. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I don't care if it's cute, if it's fierce, if it's fabulous. I don't give a fuck about none of that if it ain't healthy. If it ain't cute, fierce, fabulous, fine, sexy, and healthy at the same time, then it's some bullshit. Really, that's my stance on it. And we ain't gotta argue. You can't argue with me about that. Like, and that shit covers so many different topics, and we're gonna get into all of that because my stance gonna always be the same though. Whether it's we talking about faggotry, I don't care what we talking about, diet, religion, beauty. Are we dealing with nature? Are we being scientists? Are we in tune? Or are we sleep talking and on some bullshit and under a spell? Under a spell. Now, let's get into this. Let's just jump right into this. Because the more I got into this, the more I keep seeing these key words, these trigger words. Glam being one of them. And to me, that seemed to be synonymous with fierce and all this other dumb shit that I keep hearing being pushed on the women. It's a concentrated effort on our women. If you haven't figured that shit out yet, men and women, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, if you have not noticed that they spend a lot of time attacking our sisters, I think we all can agree on that. Magazines, novels, talk shows, soap operas, movies, the music, it's all geared and concentrated and directed and designed for the mental and physical destruction of our women, which will automatically cause a destruction in the children, the men. We got that, right? Okay. Trickle down effect. That's the science of it. So there's no coincidences, accidents here. I say too, before I get too into this. I say, but back to the topic. Let's just deal with that particular word, glam, short for glamour. Now I got this degree from a sister Yapa Bay. I think that's her name. Talking about the fall of Rome and all of that good information. She's big onto etymology. The etymology is very important, brothers and sisters. If you ain't dealing with the etymology, you ain't dealing with the words. You ain't dealing with no definitions. You ain't getting the true science. Point blank. Anybody who giving you just definitions without giving you the root, they not don't listen to them. You better be listening to the people really digging into the substance of what you're saying. And you can only do that by getting to the etymology. If you got a dictionary, a good American Heritage Dictionary, which I recommend, some little brackets at the end of the definition after you finish reading all that bullshit. There's some brackets at the end of the definition which contain the etymology of the word, and that's what you want. Pardon us. Now, after that, once you've obtained it, oh, and then of course there's etymological dictionaries, which I highly recommend, which can cost you a lot of money, depending on how in-depth you're trying to get with your research. But nowadays, you can just go to the online etymology dictionary, good little quick resource, and find basic definitions for these words. And let's start with glamour. This is the most important. Like, this shit says it all right here. Now, y'all walk with me through this. Glamour. This is a Scottish word meaning magic, enchantment. Magic, enchantment. Especially in phrase to cast the glamour. Like to cast a spell, to cast the glamour. Now check this out. A variant of Scottish grammar. Grammari, that might be better pronunciation, which means magic, enchantment, spell. This is an alteration of English grammar. Y'all check this out. No, I'm not making this shit up. This is from the online etymology dictionary. I also found this in my American Heritage Dictionary, which has the little brackets, which give you the etymology. American Heritage Dictionary. Grammar. The medieval sense of any sort of scholarship, especially occult learning. Sense of magical beauty, alluring charm. Okay, this is glamour. We're talking about glamour. Glamour, I'm going to read it again now. All y'all who not, let this shit click. Y'all listen to what I'm reading. Glamour means magic, enchantment. A variant of Scottish grammari, magic, enchantment, spell. Alteration of English grammar. Now I'm going to click on grammar, which takes you to grammari, grammaire. From Old French, grammari, learning, especially Latin and philology. Grammar, magic, incantation, spells, mumbo jumbo. This is a quote. Grammar, magic, incantations, spells, mumbo jumbo. This is grammar. Grammar school is the same word as glamour school. Grammar, glamour. Look it up, man. This is not a fucking joke. Like, I ain't twisting and shit. I'm not fucking with it. I just clicked from glamour to grammar. A grammar school. Late 14th century. Originally was a school in which the learned languages are grammatically taught. Now, this gives it to right knowledge for all those who study right knowledge. Of course, y'all already done peeped this, where I'm going with this. But for all those who don't, in right knowledge, we deal with a spell. That's what we talk about. We are under a spell. Spell of Kingle, spell of Leviathan. We are under a spell. Spell is in the spelling. A school in which the learned languages are grammatically taught. Grammar school. Spelling. The learned languages. We are under the spell of grammar or glamour. Glam. It is a spell. You already know that school is an indoctrination camp, a slavery factory. It's a slave factory. That's what school is. But what it really is, that's what we thought it was. But if you look at the word, what they telling you in the word grammar school, not the, this is the first school, the little baby school, is where you learn glamour. And in this world, we learn glamour. When you learn that it's important, you start getting your hair pulled out and pressed up and fucked up for life, as during those years. Okay? Now, so are we clear on that? So that's let's break this shit down from head to toe. See if I can do this within the time I got left. Now that we've established what it means to be glamorous. Your hair, ladies.